Here. Okay. Yeah, so what's your name again?
It's Quinn.
Quinn, and you're with CTV Lethbridge.
I am, yes.
Okay, cool. Right on.
All right, perfect. Just about ready to go here. Yeah, if you're ready to go, I'm ready whenever you are.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Perfect.
This meeting is being recorded.
Awesome. Just to check my audio levels on my end, if you wouldn't mind just saying and spelling your first and last name for me, just to do a quick sound check.
You want my online name or my actual name?
Your actual name.
My actual name is Dustin Friesen. Spell it, it's DUSTIN FRIESEN.
Perfect. Dustin, I guess let's just jump right into it with what happened at Lumbrick Falls. I guess I can see based on some of your online activity, it's not your first time doing something like this, but I guess just why is this something that you wanted to do here?
Well, I am an adrenaline junkie. That's pretty obvious. I like adventure, but I have a bigger goal in mind. I'm thinking I could take my abilities and use them to get attention to do other stuff, such as, if the monetization money would come in, I think in the long run, the monetization money should be really big on the stuff I'm doing, like huge. It should be huge. If there's ever overabundance of money beyond like me setting up safety and having a crew, having a lawyer, all the stuff, all the things I need, building a new boat, building all this stuff, putting it all together. When there's an overabundance, I plan on doing things like I'd like to put together ocean vessels to go clean up the ocean, join the efforts with that, and like I like the stuff that a lot of stuff that other creators such as Mr. Beast does. Like he builds schools for the needy. He drills wells for the needy and the less fortunate and stuff. I'd like to do a lot of that. I think what I'm doing will take me around the world eventually when I can afford to. I can't hardly. I can do a couple more stunts and then I'm gonna run out of diesel fuel money, like pulling the boat around. So I'm gonna be looking for some help. I got to go find me that I haven't advertised yet to keep going here. But Facebook says that the monetization should be pretty big, and YouTube, if I can really get that to blow up, I'd sure like to have help with the media thing because I'm not really a good digital guy. If I had somebody really that knew what they're doing managing it, it would really help me a lot. So I could stay focused. I do need a safety team. I need lots of safety equipment. There's a lot of stuff involved in what I'm doing, but like I said, once I get there to where I have the stuff, I would like to take the extra money and do good. I know I can make lots of money doing this. I know I can. I'm engineering stuff in my brain. I've been engineering stuff for years, like stuff I've done in my old boat called Dent. It's a really underbuilt boat, by the way, and it's leaking now again. I got to do some more welding on it. It's never ending welding on that boat. Maintenance is, I keep up on it, but it's never ending. But I dream of building a boat that can do things like Niagara Falls. Obviously, with a permit, I'd have to go elsewhere and prove that boat. I heard that the authorities actually do allow it with a permit as long as you can have a safety plan and all the stuff in place, right? You're not allowed to just go do stunts at Niagara. I'd be in handcuffs. I'm not looking to put myself in handcuffs. I do as much due diligence as I can. I'd like to have a team to do more due diligence for me because I'm only one man trying to do several trades. There is a lot involved. I'm not a specialist in social media. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not all these other things. I'm not a filmographer. I can't hold a camera and jump the falls, like I like to have these type of people on my side working with me if I could afford to pay them. People that are respected in their own professions, right? Because like I'm trying to do many different professions. I'm a welder and an equipment operator. like, so, but yeah, I'd like to build a boat that's capable, very capable of Niagara. Niagara Falls would be an easy drop for the rig I dream of building. It'd have a seat that's attached to a chair that I'm engineering in my brain right now. It would have suspension that cover me any which way possible. But anyway, that's the type of stuff that goes through my mind. There's other goals I have. Like I like to set up. I'd like to help other people with talent. Like I like what Travis Pastrana has done with like Pastrana Land. He brings other people in that have talent and helps them succeed and stuff. Pushes them, and then they go on and do well. And I would like to do that too when I can afford it. I can't afford that stuff, obviously. Just an airbag alone is 60 or 70 or 80 grand or something. Like, I don't have that kind of money. But one day I'd like to. And then I take that attention and go use the abundance of monetization money and do good. I think cleaning up the ocean would be one hell of an adventure. I'd love to be on the ocean. I'm not much of a fisherman. I don't really care about catching fish. But picking garbage out of the ocean, that's right up my alley. I'd love to do that. I'd love to have tons of vessels. I know, like, people compare me to. So far, people have already comparing me to Evil Knievel. I'm the new Evil Knievel on the water, and I agree. I am. I'd like to take this bigger than Evil Knievel. I'd actually like to be more famous than Evil Knievel. Evil. He made lots of money, but he spent it on himself. I'm not dirt and evil, but I heard he had one time he had two personal yachts, luxury yachts, and a jet plane. I don't need that type of stuff. I'd like to have ocean vessels, but to serve a good purpose. You know what I mean? Put the money into that. Hire crews to go out and do that. I'd get involved in it too, but waterfall jump, clean the ocean. Waterfall jump, clean the ocean. And drill wells, help people. Go to India, maybe figure out some solution for their garbage dumps. They're overpolluted or overpopulated, and they don't know how to manage their garbage. Maybe there's a solution. Maybe I could help. Maybe I could put funding towards that to help prevent this garbage from ending up in our waterways. It's a big problem. The ocean dies, we're done, right? Mankind is done. The ocean dies. I think about this stuff. People think I'm some sort of a-hole. I get called all kinds of names, and it's just people just don't understand who I am and what I'm actually about. So that's what I'm trying to get out there. I'm not just some a-hole running waterways, jumping waterfalls. By the way, Lundbreck Falls, I did that. I navigated a navigable waterway as safely as I could with the equipment I have. I had last year I put together this foam pit, cost me almost nothing. 3 different friends donated the foam. My brother gave me the plywood. I bought a few bolts and some screws, and I made it work. And people thought I was going to break my back and all this stuff, or I broke my back or hurt myself. Not a hair on my head was harmed, because I think about safety. Another thing about Lundbreck Falls was the concern was people swim down there and stuff. So I made sure I had personnel down on the rocks down below to warn anybody that didn't know about what was about to happen. I'm still winging some things, but safety, I do think about it. I do everything I can to make sure I don't hurt myself or others. There's no way I would want to jump off that fall if somebody was swimming down there, right? Obviously. But people think I'm just an a-hole. But I'm not. I'm not actually. But, you got any questions?
Yeah, I was just going to see, how long have you been doing this sort of thing? I guess when was the first
29
time you had gone over a waterfall?
2019, I did my first jump. It was May Long Weekend, Monday of May Long Weekend, 2019. I did my first jump, Flatbed Falls. It's outside of Tumble Ridge with my snowmobile, and it was a complete success. I nailed my line 100% perfect. It was great. And then I wanted to do more, but I mean, everything's expensive in life, and everything gets in the way, and broken trucks and everything else. So, but then I went back, I think it was 22 or 20, it was 2023. I went back to Flatbed Falls and ran the creek down from one launch to another, which it's never been done. I'm the only one I think that has gone down there, but I jumped it with Dent the boat, and I realized that the carburetor I had on my engine floods me out. So it was a nice safe drop to learn this stuff. I purposely went slow to nosedive it. People are like, oh, go fast. You're a pussycat and stuff like this. That's just dumb comments all the time. They have no idea. I purposely went slow because I wanted to know what the boat did in a nosedive over a 10-foot drop to learn, right? Learning purposes. It was my first drop. And I found that out. But yeah, so anyway, years later, 2025, long story short, I had now have fuel injection. which is adequate. I might go back to carburetor. I learned later that actually there is a carburetor that handles that, but that'll guess it'll run upside down. So I think my next motor will have a carburetor again. But yeah, baby steps. I'm not just going out winging this 100%. I mean, there's still things I would like to have in place, but I just can't afford it, right? If I had the money, I could do things so safely, it would be retarded how safe I could do it. Like the boat I talk about, it would have all kinds of safety features that's never been in a river jet boat before. Roll cage, enclosure, everything. It'd have characteristics of a submarine, basically, and be able to take high impact. Yeah, I dream about this stuff. I'm on the news talking about it now, so maybe it'll actually be a reality one of these days. I'm actually pretty excited for the future.
Any concerns about the legality around these sorts of jumps over waterfalls? I know in one of your videos you said you checked in with the Crow's Nest Pass RCMP, but just wondering if you have any concerns about that.
Well, I do. I did do as far as I know, I did as much due diligence as I possibly could before I did Lundbrick. I did all the searches like ChatGPT, DuckDuckGo, Google, search, is there any legality saying that I can't launch and jump these falls? I've been looking at them for almost a year. So I've looked a few times, and I've looked on the provincial, the Parks, Alberta Parks website, searched Lundbreck Falls, any restrictions for the Crow's Nest River, any of that, and I could not find anything that says it's prohibited to launch or to run the falls. So even though some people say it is, I don't know. If something's illegal to do, they should put it out there. Like, you should be able to go into a simple search on their website and be able to find it. So, and I looked around, like all around them, I could not find anything on their website. So as far as I know, I didn't break any laws. I'm not in this to be thrown in handcuffs. Like I say, I'd like to launch Niagara one day. Not launch, but drop Niagara. But I would go out and prove myself elsewhere beforehand and earn that permit. It's only done by permit. I'm not going to go show up and get myself thrown in handcuffs. I'll prove my equipment, prove myself, prove my abilities. Improve the equipment as I go beforehand. There'd be multiple jumps before I'd do Niagara. Niagara is a small jump, though, for what I think I can engineer for a boat. Yeah.
I guess just in the immediate future, I know you mentioned some of your goals being able to monetize this, hopefully be able to give back your dream of Niagara Falls as well with a permit. I guess just in the immediate future, do you have any more jumps planned, or are you just going to kind of go for a bit, see how this plays out?
Right now, I'm chilling at my uncle's cabin on Harrison Lake, just doing business. This stuff, there's potential sponsors out there. I got to start. I want to do some editing here. I'm taking a week off. I did good. I'm actually, what's the date today? I think I'm right on schedule. Well, last year my first jump was the 28th of May, and then I made my personal Facebook page blow up and my Instagram page blow right up last year after that. So I'm kind of ahead of schedule. I got 2 jumps. I did the Caribou Chute or the falls there, and there's some crazy white water in there. It was wild. It was fun, and I made it. People say I make it look easy. To me, it kind of is actually easy. People were worried about it too, and like the Caribou one, and yeah, I just blew right through it. It was not a big deal. Yeah.
All right. That's kind of everything I wanted to ask you. But anything else you'd like to add in, or maybe you feel like we missed?
No, I got a pretty good gist. I gave you a pretty good gist of my business plan. That was the big thing I wanted to get out and talk about the safety that I think about and all the improvement. There's a lot of improvements I want to make. I'm not going to get into all the improvements. There's a lot. I can do a lot of things, but I mean, people like, do this, do that. Why don't you do that? Money. I'm going to do a couple more jumps. I'm going to be out of fuel money here. Like, I'm only one guy. I could use some help. If there's some people that want to help sponsor me, it'd be cool if they could approach me on my Dusty Dozer business page there on Facebook. It's cool that I get to say Dusty Dozer because people get that wrong. It means Dusty does it. Dusty Dozer. people catch on to it.
All right. Well, now we know too. I'll go ahead and stop recording here.
The recording
All right.
has stopped.
Well, hey, I really appreciate you taking the time to chat. I know you were a bit hesitant at first, but really appreciate you taking a few minutes here to chat. I'm not sure if this is going to be on our show tonight or exactly when it'll go up, but I will keep you in the loop on that.
Yeah, can you email me or message me somehow when you do a link? So I'd like to share it actually to my own
Yeah,
page.
for sure. I can. I can let you know.
Okay, that'd be awesome. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you. And again, thanks for taking a few minutes here to chat.
Yeah, thank you for your time too.
Awesome.
Have a good.